Hi, everyone. You're listening to Learn English with Emma, the podcast where we explore real-world topics while practicing advanced English in a natural, conversational way. Today's episode is called Will AI Replace Humans? A big, bold question, and maybe one you've already asked yourself. Artificial intelligence is evolving faster than ever. It writes essays, drives cars, paints pictures, and even talks like us. But here's the real question. Is AI helping us or quietly taking over? Let's dive into this fascinating discussion together. The rise of artificial intelligence. Not so long ago, AI was just an idea from science fiction. Movies like The Terminator, Her, or Ex Machina imagine machines that could think, feel, or even rebel. But guess what? It's no longer fiction. AI is everywhere, in your phone, your social media feed, your car's GPS, and even in your favorite language learning apps. It's becoming the invisible engine of our modern world. And while that's exciting, it's also a little scary, isn't it? The benefits. Why we love AI. Let's be honest, we love AI when it makes life easier. It helps doctors detect diseases earlier. It gives students instant translations. It helps artists brainstorm ideas and writers find inspiration. In fact, AI has become a kind of super assistant, available 24/7, always ready to help. It saves us time, reduces mistakes, and opens up a world of creativity we couldn't imagine before. So far, so good. But what happens when that assistant becomes smarter than the boss? The fear losing control. This is where the story gets interesting and a bit unsettling. Imagine this. A company builds an AI that can make business decisions faster than any human. It never gets tired, never makes emotional mistakes, and can analyze millions of data points in seconds. Now imagine that same AI starts suggesting what products to make, what to sell, or even who to hire. Would humans still be in charge? See, that's the paradox. The same intelligence we create to help us might one day outthink us. And that thought makes people nervous. Humans versus machines, or humans with machines. Here's where I want to flip the question. Instead of asking, will AI replace us? What if we ask, how can we work with AI? Think about it. AI can do calculations, pattern recognition, and automation. Humans can imagine, feel, empathize, and dream. When we combine logic and emotion, data, and creativity, that's where the magic happens. The future isn't about competition. It's about collaboration. The emotional side of intelligence. Have you ever talked to a chatbot that almost sounded human? It's impressive, right? But also a little eerie. Because even when AI sounds perfect, you can tell there's something missing. Emotion. AI doesn't feel heartbreak, joy, curiosity, or love. It can simulate emotion, but it doesn't experience it. And that's where we, humans, remain unique. Our emotions, our imagination, our capacity to care, those are things no machine can replicate. Advanced English practice, key expressions. Let's pause for a quick language boost. Here are some useful expressions from today's episode. Flip the question to look at an idea from a different point of view. Outthink someone to think faster or more cleverly than someone else. Pattern recognition, the ability to identify trends or repeated elements. The invisible engine, something powerful that drives progress behind the scenes. Simulate emotion, to copy or imitate feelings without truly experiencing them. Try repeating these phrases aloud. They're excellent for sounding natural and fluent when talking about complex topics. The future we choose. So will AI replace humans? My answer is only if we let it. If we use AI responsibly, as a partner, not a master, it can amplify what makes us human. It can help us explore space, cure diseases, solve climate problems, and teach languages more effectively. But the key is balance, using intelligence, both artificial and emotional, to create a world that benefits everyone. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Learn English with Emma. In today's episode, we're diving into a fascinating and important topic, the future of artificial intelligence and how it affects humans. This is an advanced English conversation lesson where you'll not only practice listening and vocabulary, but also explore some deep ideas about technology, society, and the human mind. So, get comfortable, maybe grab a notebook, and let's begin. What is AI? Let's start with a simple question. What exactly is AI? AI stands for artificial intelligence. It refers to computer systems that can perform tasks that usually require human intelligence, such as understanding language, recognizing images, solving problems, or even making decisions. Think about voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, or even translation apps. These are examples of AI in our daily lives. But here's the big question. How far can AI go? And what happens when machines become smarter than humans in certain areas? In everyday life, AI isn't science fiction anymore. It's already here in our phones, cars, hospitals, and even classrooms. For example, AI helps doctors detect diseases faster. It recommends what we should watch on Netflix. It translates languages in real time. It even helps farmers predict weather patterns. So, in many ways, AI makes life easier and more efficient. But at the same time, it raises important questions about jobs, privacy, and creativity. Human jobs and AI. Many people worry that AI will take over human jobs. That's a valid concern. Automation, which means replacing human labor with machines, has already changed industries like manufacturing, customer service, and transportation. However, there's another way to look at it. AI doesn't just replace jobs, it can also create new ones. For instance, we now have AI engineers, data scientists, prompt designers, and content creators who work with AI tools, not against them. So, the key for the future is adaptability, being flexible, creative, and open to learning new skills. Ethics and the future. Now, let's talk about something very important: ethics. As AI becomes more powerful, we have to think carefully about how it's used. Should AI be allowed to make decisions about human lives, like in medicine, law, or the military? Who should control AI systems, governments, private companies, or the people who use them? These are complex questions, but they remind us that technology should always serve humanity, not the other way around. Humans and AI working together. I believe the future isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans working with machines. AI can help us understand the world better, find solutions faster, and connect with others across languages and cultures. But we must always stay mindful to keep empathy, ethics, and emotional intelligence at the center of our progress. Because no matter how smart AI becomes, it will always need the human touch, the spark of compassion that defines who we are. Advanced English practice. Let's review a few useful expressions from today's talk. A valid concern, something that is reasonable to worry about. Adaptability, the ability to adjust to new conditions. Raise important questions, to bring up serious issues or ideas. Imitate creativity, to copy or mimic something creative. Serve humanity, to benefit people and society. Try to repeat these phrases aloud and use them in your own sentences. So what do you think about the future of AI? Do you feel excited or worried? I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can share them in the comments or in our discussion group. Remember, learning English is not only about grammar and vocabulary. It's about expressing your thoughts, sharing ideas, and connecting with the world. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and join me next time for another advanced English practice topic. Until then, keep learning, stay curious, and take care.